A man like a wolf. Have you ever heard of it? We often call a bad guy a wolf. However, this is very unfortunate for the wolves, because the wolves are one of the few animals that keep monogamy in nature. In fact, monogamy is a very unnatural mating system that does not satisfy the laws of nature. The ultimate goal of animals is breeding. Thus, males aim to spread their genes as wide as possible. Females are also dedicated to choosing the best males to procreate healthy babies. Therefore, monogamy is a burdensome system in the point of fulfilling the investment to only one partner. Then, why do some animals maintain monogamy, including wolves? There's no clear cause of monogamy. However, there are several hypotheses to explain it. First theory is prime nurture hypothesis. Most mammalian babies, such as cows and horses, try to walk as soon as they are born. On the other hand, human babies are prime, who require a long term of care. Like human babies, if the partners are responsible for the care of young offsprings who require long-term care, the chances of survival could be higher. The assertiveness that monogamy has been fixed due to this reason is a prime nurture hypothesis. Also, female housing density hypothesis is one of the reliable hypotheses which explains monogamy. If females are distributed at low density because of their habitation features, males should choose one of two: managing multiple females while traveling a long distance, or choosing a single female. At this time, if they maintain polygamy while moving long distance, female may mate with other males, so monogamy is finally adopted for safe breeding. However, primate animals are the opposite. Humans with high density are monogamous, and chimpanzees, gorillas, and bonobos with low density is polygamous. So here comes another new hypothesis: sexually transmitted disease hypothesis. In a hunting society, when humans lived with low density, sexually transmitted disease wasn't spread even though humans had indiscriminate sex life like chimpanzees. However, when humans began to settle after farming, society grew bigger. Contact in large society increased. The number of sexually transmitted disease increased rapidly. As a result, monogamy was established as a social normative system. Another hypothesis is good man hypothesis. Males who occupy females through the battle against other males are winners. It is natural for females to choose winners who are considered to produce a healthy and competitive offspring. However, more females began to choose low-rank males who devoted themselves to females. Instead of consuming their energy on fighting, males in the lower rank did their best to females and their youngs. Therefore, a good man who provides the necessary things for women was chosen, and the monogamy was established. This is the good man hypothesis. As it is described in the hypothesis, monogamy has many advantages. However, it turns out that monogamy contributed greatly to human evolution. In 2011, Dr. Park Hong-seok of the Korea Research Institute and Genome Research Center of Japan completely decoded chimpanzees' Y chromosome of 12.7 million out of 23 million. In particular, they found a big difference in sperm genes between humans and chimpanzees. This is a molecular biological evidence that human sexuality, unlike chimpanzees, has influenced evolution. In the case of chimpanzees, which are polygamy, males which are not chosen by females cannot spread their genes. Therefore, they developed its sperm genes toward being competitive in the choice of females. On the other hand, as monogamous humans do not need to act like chimpanzees, they have evolved to develop other abilities such as the function of brain and hand, rather than sperm. The sex culture has made a great contribution to the humans to have the same intellectual level as we are today. We have seen various hypotheses which explain monogamy. I'm sure you could confirm more and more fresh advantages about monogamy, even if you thought monogamy was adverse for the survivor before this video. Isn't it amazing that monogamy contributes to evolution of human? Remember the wolf we introduced at the beginning. Wolves, which we thought were only bad men, were actually monogamy animals. You think the male wolf is romantic living with only one female wolf in his life? In fact, a wolf's hurt for his wife was a means to survive. But if you want true love, I recommended you to be a wolf looking at only one person. It will be a good way to survive and for romance.